What if I told you that right now, yes, right now, you are only one decision away from changing your financial future forever? Most people wake up every day, trade their time for money, and repeat the same cycle, hoping one day things will magically change. But hope is not a strategy, and time is slipping away faster than you think. Tony Robbins has spent decades studying wealth, success, and financial freedom, and one truth stands above the rest. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up. Imagine waking up in the morning and seeing money in your account without clocking in, without stress, without trading hours for dollars. That's the power of passive income. But here's the catch. No one teaches you how to build it from scratch. In this video, you're going to discover exactly how to start, even if you have no money, no experience, and no connections. Stay with me until the end, because one of these lessons could completely transform your life. Lesson 1. Shift your mindset first. The fundamental barrier to financial independence isn't a lack of capital or opportunity. It is the deeply ingrained psychological conditioning of the industrial age mindset. From a young age, we are socialized to view labor as a linear exchange. 1 hour of work equals X amount of dollars. This is the active income trap. To break free, you must undergo a cognitive revolution that deprioritizes the hourly wage in favor of the yield. The traditional worker looks at a paycheck and sees an end result, while the passive income strategist looks at a system and sees a seed. You have to stop viewing your time as your primary currency and start viewing your ideas and structures as your primary vehicles for wealth. This shift requires a level of mental fortitude because it often means working for nothing in the short term to build something that pays forever in the long term. Most people operate under the consumer's delusion, where they believe that earning more money simply requires working more hours or climbing a corporate ladder. However, the corporate ladder is a rental agreement. You are renting your life to someone else's vision. When you shift your mindset, you move into the owner's reality. In this reality, you are no longer asking how you can be a better cog in the machine, but how you can own the machine itself. This is not just a semantic difference, it is a neurological one. It requires rewiring your brain to tolerate the uncertainty of building while rejecting the false security of a steady salary. You must become obsessed with the concept of leverage, the ability to move a massive object with a small amount of force, and realize that your brain is the ultimate lever. To truly think differently, you must embrace the reality that the world does not pay you for your hard work. It pays you for the value you provide, and more importantly, the scalability of that value. A teacher in a classroom provides value to 30 students, but a teacher who creates a digital course provides value to 30,000. The effort of creation is similar, but the mindset of the latter is rooted in ownership and scale. You have to divorce your income from your physical presence. This is uncomfortable because it challenges the Protestant work ethic that equates physical exhaustion with moral goodness. In the world of passive income, working hard on the wrong things is a tragedy, while thinking hard about the right systems is the highest form of productivity. Furthermore, shifting your mindset means becoming comfortable with being misunderstood. When you are in the building phase, your peers who are chasing active income will often appear to be winning. They buy new cars and go on vacations with their immediate bonuses, while you are reinvesting every spare cent an hour into a fledgling asset that hasn't paid out yet. You must develop a delayed gratification muscle that is stronger than your desire for social validation. Passive income is a marathon run in the dark. You don't see the finish line until you are practically crossing it. If you cannot master your internal dialogue during this period of invisibility, you will succumb to the pressure of returning to the comfort of the active world. Finally, this mindset shift involves a transition from being a reactive participant in the economy to being a proactive architect of your own ecosystem. You stop waiting for the right time or the right boss and start recognizing that the internet and modern financial tools have democratized the means of production. The only thing standing between you and an automated income stream is the belief that you are entitled to a predictable, low-risk life. To earn like the 1%, you must think like the 1%, and that starts with the radical realization that your time is too valuable to be sold by the hour. Ownership is the only path to true sovereignty. Lesson 2. Start where you are. The most pervasive myth in the world of wealth building is that it takes money to make money. This is a convenient excuse used by the stagnant to justify their inaction. In reality, the most successful passive income streams often begin with sweat equity, the strategic application of your existing skills, knowledge, and time. You do not need a venture capital infusion to start a blog, record a podcast, design a template, or write an ebook. You already possess a library of experiences and competencies that others find valuable. The bottleneck is not your bank account, it is your lack of resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is the ability to see a bridge where others see a chasm, and it is the primary requirement for anyone starting from zero. Starting where you are means performing a radical inventory of your current dormant assets. Do you have a deep understanding of a specific niche hobby? That is an asset. Do you have a knack for organizing complex data? That is an asset. Even your failures are assets if you can package the lessons learned into a guide for others. The digital economy has lowered the barrier to entry to near zero, meaning that the cost of starting is simply the courage to be a beginner. If you wait until you have the perfect setup, the best camera, the most expensive software, or a 5-figure savings account, you are essentially waiting for a train that isn't coming. Perfectionism is just procrastination in a fancy suit. There is a profound beauty in starting messy. When you start with limited resources, you are forced to be lean, agile, and creative. You learn the mechanics of your business from the ground up, which gives you a level of mastery that someone who simply bought their way in will never have. This messy start is your laboratory. It is where you test theories, find your voice, and identify what the market actually wants versus what you think it wants. Every failed attempt in this stage is actually a data point that guides you toward a more profitable direction. If you aren't embarrassed by the first version of your product or content, you probably waited too long to launch it. Moreover, starting small allows you to build the most important asset of all, momentum. Momentum is a psychological force that makes the difficult seem easy. When you make your first dollar of passive income, even if it's just a few cents from an affiliate link or a stock dividend, something shifts in your soul. You realize that the system works. That tiny win proves that the theory is sound, and it provides the fuel needed to scale. You cannot scale zero. By starting where you are, you move from the realm of the theoretical into the realm of the practical. You transition from a dreamer to a practitioner, and in the world of wealth, practitioners are the only ones who get paid. Lastly, remember that every giant oak tree was once a nut that held its ground. The overnight successes you see on social media are almost always the result of years of starting where they were and slowly compounding their efforts. They didn't start with 1 million followers, they started with one post, one video, or one product that likely got no attention at all. By accepting your current starting point, you remove the heavy burden of comparison. You aren't competing with the person who is 10 years ahead of you. You are competing with the version of yourself that was too afraid to start yesterday. Use the tools you have in the place you are, and do what you can. Lesson 3. Build assets, not just income. To achieve true financial freedom, you must understand the stark difference between earned income and asset-based income. Earned income is a treadmill. The moment you stop running, the money stops flowing. Asset-based income, however, is a fruit tree. You plant it, water it, and eventually it provides nourishment regardless of whether you are standing under it or not. The goal of your professional life should be to gradually shift your energy from trading hours to building blocks. Every project you take on should be evaluated through a simple lens. Will this pay me more than once? If the answer is no, it is merely a job. If the answer is yes, it is an investment in your future autonomy. Digital assets are perhaps the most revolutionary development for the average person in the 21st century. Unlike physical real estate, which requires heavy maintenance, taxes, and physical presence, a digital asset like a software-as-a-service SaaS tool, a YouTube channel, or an automated sales funnel has near zero marginal costs. Once the initial heavy lifting of creation is done, the cost of serving the 1,000th customer is almost identical to the cost of serving the first. This creates an exponential profit margin that is impossible to achieve in a service-based business. You are essentially building a digital workforce of bots and algorithms that work for you 24/7, 365 days a year without ever asking for a raise or a day off. Building assets also provides a level of security that no stable job can offer. In a traditional employment scenario, you have a single point of failure, your employer. If they decide you are no longer needed, your income drops to zero instantly. When you own a portfolio of assets, a mix of dividend stocks, digital products, and perhaps some automated niche websites, you have diversified your survival. Even if one asset underperforms or a specific platform changes its algorithm, your other assets continue to provide a floor. This is true anti-fragility. You are building a fortress of value that protects you from the whims of the economy and the caprice of bosses. The process of building an asset is admittedly more difficult than the process of doing a job. It requires a different type of intellectual labor. You have to think about durability. Is this content going to be relevant in 5 years? Is this software solving a problem that will still exist? Is this investment in a company with a long-term competitive moat? When you build for the long term, you are forced to be more strategic and less impulsive. You begin to value your future self as much as your present self. Every hour you sacrifice today to build an asset is actually a gift of time you are sending forward into the future. You are literally buying your future time back from the world. Finally, the transition to asset building changes your relationship with wealth entirely. You stop measuring your net worth by what you can buy and start measuring it by what you can sustain. A person who earns $200,000 a year but has no assets is poorer in freedom units than someone who earns $50,000 a year from assets. The former is a high-priced slave to their lifestyle. The latter is a master of their time. By focusing on building assets, you are prioritizing the only currency that actually matters, the ability to wake up every morning and decide exactly how you want to spend your day. That is the ultimate return on investment. Lesson 4. Leverage systems and automation. The passive in passive income is often a misnomer. A better term would be systematized income. Nothing in this world is truly self-sustaining without a system behind it. A system is a repeatable process that produces a consistent result with minimal human intervention. If your business depends on you to answer every email, click every button, and solve every problem, you haven't built a business, you've built a high-stress job for yourself. To achieve true passivity, you must become an architect of systems. You must look at every task you perform and ask 3 questions. Can I eliminate this? Can I automate this? Can I delegate this? Automation is the magic of the modern era. We live in an age where software can handle marketing, sales, customer service, and fulfillment while we sleep. An automated sales funnel, for example, is a system that takes a stranger, educates them on a problem, offers a solution, and processes their payment without you ever speaking a word to them. This isn't just about laziness, it's about efficiency and reach. Automation allows you to serve thousands of people simultaneously in a way that a human being never could. By leveraging tools like Zapier, CRMs, and AI, you are multiplying your output by a factor of 100. You are essentially hiring a team of invisible robots to manage the mundane, leaving you free to focus on the high-level strategy. However, systems are not just about software, they are about standard operating procedures, SOPs. Even if you are a solo creator, having a system for how you produce content, how you research investments, or how you manage your cash flow is vital. A system removes the friction of decision-making. When you don't have to decide what to do next because the system dictates the workflow, you save an enormous amount of mental energy. This cognitive surplus can then be reinvested into growing the asset further. The goal is to move from being the operator of the machine to being the engineer who optimizes the machine. A good system should eventually be able to run even if you were to disappear for a month. Leverage also extends to the reinvestment of profits. This is the financial system of automation. When your assets start generating cash, the temptation is to spend it on lifestyle upgrades. However, the system-minded individual sees that cash as fuel for more automation. By reinvesting that money back into better tools, better help, or more income-producing assets, you create a flywheel effect. The system becomes more efficient, which generates more profit, which allows for more reinvestment. This is how small streams of income turn into raging rivers. You are using the money the system earned to buy more of the system's independence from your own labor. Ultimately, the pursuit of systems and automation is a pursuit of scalability. A human being is not scalable. We have limits on our energy, our time, and our focus, but a system is infinitely scalable. You can add more servers, more leads, and more customers to a well-oiled system without it breaking. By shifting your focus from working harder to building better systems, you are acknowledging your own limitations and choosing to transcend them. You are no longer the bottleneck in your own success. You become the visionary who directs the flow of energy rather than the laborer who is consumed by it. Lesson 5. Be patient but consistent. In a world of instant gratification and get-rich-quick schemes, patience is a competitive advantage. The tragedy of passive income is that the most difficult part comes at the very beginning, the valley of disappointment. This is the period where you are putting in the maximum amount of work but receiving the minimum amount of reward. You might spend 6 months building a website or a YouTube channel and earn only $1.27. Most people see this lopsided ratio and conclude that it doesn't work. What they fail to understand is the law of compounding. Compounding is backloaded. All the significant gains happen in the final 20% of the timeline, but you have to survive the first 80% to get there. Consistency is the bridge that carries you across the valley of disappointment. It is the act of showing up when you don't feel like it, when no one is watching, and when the results are invisible. Consistency is what turns a project into an asset. Think of it like a stonecutter hitting a rock. He may hit it 100 times without so much as a crack showing, but on the 101st blow it splits in two. It wasn't just that last blow that did it, but all the ones that came before. In the realm of passive income, your daily habits are the blows to the rock. Every small action, every email sent, every line of code written, every dollar invested is contributing to a structural break that hasn't manifested yet. The psychological toll of this journey is why refusing to quit is a more important trait than high intelligence. You will face platform fatigue, algorithm shifts, and imposter syndrome. There will be days when the active income world looks much more attractive because it offers immediate feedback and a guaranteed check. To resist this, you must fall in love with the process rather than the outcome. If you focus solely on the money, you will likely quit when the money doesn't show up on your preferred schedule. But if you focus on the craft of building assets and the game of optimization, the patience becomes easier to maintain because the work itself is the reward. Moreover, consistency creates luck. The longer you stay in the game, the more surface area you create for positive events to happen. You might toil in obscurity for 2 years only to have one piece of content go viral or one investment skyrocket, which then retroactively pays for all those years of effort. If you had quit at 18 months, you would have missed the lucky break that was only possible because of your prior consistency. Success in passive income is often less about brilliance and more about stamina. It is about being the last person standing after everyone else has chased the next shiny object or retreated to the safety of a 9-to-5. In conclusion, the path to passive income is a transformation of character as much as a transformation of finances. It requires the humility to start small, the vision to build assets, the intelligence to create systems, and the grit to stay the course. It is not an easy path, but it is a simple one. The rules are clear, the tools are available, and the potential is unlimited. If you can master your mindset and remain consistent in your efforts, the day will eventually come when you wake up and realize that you are no longer working for money. Money is working for you, and that freedom is worth every moment of the long, patient climb. Building passive income from scratch is not a dream, it's a decision. A decision to stop settling for less, to stop trading your life for a paycheck, and to start creating a future where your money works for you. It won't be easy. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and slow progress. You might question whether it's even worth it. But remember this, every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are right now. Uncertain, inexperienced, and unsure. The only difference, they took action. You don't need to have it all figured out, you just need to take the first step, then the next, and then the next. Because over time, those small steps turn into massive results. Imagine a life where your income isn't tied to your time, where you have freedom, flexibility, and control. That life is possible, but only if you start today. So don't wait for the perfect moment, it doesn't exist. Start building, start learning, start creating. Your future self is watching, and depending on what you do next, they will either thank you or regret that you didn't begin sooner.